Hello, how are you doing? How is everybody? It's Havoc, and I'm still bored. I don't know if I mentioned this in the update video. I probably should start remembering things by now. But I used to have a channel where on YouTube, before I started streaming on Twitch as havokkhead. I used to have a channel where I made videos about books that I read and love. Yes, I know, I picked the perfect things to make content out of. But anyway, I think I uploaded like 2 videos on that channel, and then I forgot the password to the email. Because I changed phones. Anyway, I can't access it anymore. It's stupid. And then I just stopped trying. And then I started streaming. But today, things are going to change because I'm bored and I've got time. And I can't go outside. I need stuff to do that's sort of creative. But anyway, it's the 18th. I filmed an update video yesterday. Yesterday. I filmed the update video yesterday. What happened? What? I should probably film in front of the window. But my desk is here. So anyway. Today, I'm going to be doing a thing that nobody asked me to do, but I'll do it anyway, because I do what I want, even though people probably don't watch this. Anyway. I'm bored. So, hi, my name is havokkhead, and I'm a booktuber as well now, and along with being a Duolingo streamer, despite the fact that it's been freaking weeks. Oh my god, I miss streaming so much. Let me introduce you to reading lists, or at least my reading list. My reading list comes from April 2019, last year, because I bought these books, technically my parents did, last April, and then I just didn't read them, because I'm terrible at following reading lists, but this is me following that reading list. I got halfway through. I use a handkerchief as a bookmark, because I don't know why, but it's easier to find the page. I got halfway through King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo from the Grishaverse, and it's an amazing book, but the characters I love so much are going through some things, and honestly, I just could not, and I just could not. I'm an emotional person. My characters were not dying, which they usually do, and they're just going through some things, so I stopped reading it. And then the next book is The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm by Christopher Paolini. I was a massive fan of Aragon. Oh my god, they need to remake that freaking rant. I'm going to probably freak out a lot reading this. And then the third book, which, it's heavy. I'm probably going to take my time with this one, because though it's quite a big book. Oof, it literally almost slipped out of my hands. Okay, look at that. Look at that! It's Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes by Edith Hamilton, first published in 1942. I wonder what it looks like on one side. Ooh, I don't like the feeling. Oh, I don't like the feeling. But I don't like the feeling. It feels weird. Ooh, it feels like freshly scrubbed window. Put the sleeve back on. Do you guys like reading with sleeves on or with sleeves off? These are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading this next week. It's the 18th. I plan on giving myself a lot of room, despite the fact that I'm a fast reader. I don't want to pressure myself, because it's been a while since I last just sat down in general. No. Yeah. It's only been 4 minutes. The last time I filmed this, it took me 12 minutes. Why do I ramble so much? But that's the intro, if you can call it that. I'll see you on the 21st when I've finished King of Scars, or in the middle of it all to complain about what's going on or whatever. It's such a beautiful cover. Look at that. Look at that. This is why it took freaking 12 minutes, my dudes. King of Scars comes from the Grishaverse, and the Grishaverse was first introduced to us through the Grisha trilogy. I love these covers as well. These aren't original. I also didn't read these first. This is Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. The writing gets better as you go, but Leigh Bardugo's writing when this was published is not that great. But it's like really evident that she was growing as the story was going on, and I love that. This is just turning into criticizing Leigh Bardugo, but she's literally everything. Anyway, I didn't read this first. The first book from the Grishaverse I read was Six of Crows, which is part of a Duolingo, part of a duology. The Six of Crows duology, and the second book is Crooked Kingdom. And Six of Crows is honestly my most favorite book ever. It is like somebody wrote my soul. Which is, if you read it, it's not a good thing to compare your soul to this, but anyway, it's really, really good. This is freaking insane, and I love it. The characters are insane as well. I should probably tell you what this is about. The Shadow and Bone is about... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna force you to read that because you don't need to read the Grisha trilogy, but Six of Crows. I'm gonna read the blurb. Kaz needs a crew desperate enough to take on this suicide mission and dangerous enough to get the job done, and he knows exactly who. 6 of the deadliest outcasts the city has to offer. Together, they just might be unstoppable if they don't kill each other first. It's about a heist! It's about a heist! And I didn't freaking notice this, oh my goodness, only until somebody freaking pointed out that Kaz Brecker and the Six of Crows live in fake Amsterdam. I didn't freaking realize that this is a lot of Dutch stuff in it. I need to reread it with all of this Dutch in my head already, because it makes sense. It makes so much sense now. And Crooked Kingdom as well. I've never read a duology before, and I didn't think I would enjoy it. But the pacing between the two books is beautiful, and how they were stitched together. And then that's in chronological order, and then comes the King of Scars duology. This is the first book. The second one, I can't remember when it's going to come out, probably sometime. And it's about Nikolai Lantsov, a character introduced in the Grisha trilogy, and that he's the only reason. But he pops up in Six of Crows as well, but not as much. He's a much bigger character in the Grisha trilogy, and he's the only reason. This is the only reason why I read the Grisha trilogy back to back. Like, this is not healthy. Like, back to back, 3 days straight. Be impressed. I talk a lot when it comes to books. I'll see you on the 21st. Bye. Oh my god. Streamer and professional YouTuber. Hi. Alright, so it's not... I really hope I'm centered if I'm not be bothered. Focus? Anyway, it's not the 21st, it's the 30th of April. It's been a month. I know. It's just that our internet came back, and all I did was stream because I missed it that much, and I did neglect this project, but I'm moving on, and we need to... I filmed this review so many times before, but I don't know where the footage went. I think I actually deleted it. So I'm filming it again instead of just going back and editing it. So, hi. It's Hab. No, let me just be really succinct about it and say that Leigh Bardugo's writing has progressed so much. No. Leigh Bardugo's writing has progressed, and from Six of Crows, she had been able to hurt me in ways that nobody has ever had hurt me before. But she introduced a character. It's not a spoiler. She introduced a character halfway through the book, and still managed to make me fall in love with that character. And I don't know how she did that, but she did. Now onto the plot. This is everywhere, but onto the plot. Like, I have a bullet point in my head, which I don't. I have bullet points in my head, which I don't. The plot was good, but I think it's something that everybody knows by now, which is that Leigh Bardugo's writing is very heavily carried by character development, and she's good at that, and I love that. It's one of my most favorite things about her. It's the reason why she's one of my favorite authors, is because she's so good at that, and she cooks these characters up in a slow simmer, and I love it. It's great. And King of Scars is definitely compared to Six of Crows, being two books that are the first installments to a duology. King of Scars definitely feels like it's more of a first part than Six of Crows ever was, because Six of Crows was solidly its own book. At least it felt like it until it ended with a cliffhanger. King of Scars also is a big book with a lot of things that happen in it, but it's not as fast when it comes to character development, and it's not as fast when it comes to plot either. There's not that much that happens in it. It's all a lot of what goes on with politics and what goes on in the hearts and minds of Zoya and Nikolai and other characters. The characters are 10 out of 10. I'm so glad and so happy, and oh my goodness, I just remembered Nina. Oh my goodness, Nina is a character from Six of Crows, and she's one of the, I guess, the main characters of this. Is the very, very, very main character is the King of Scars, Nikolai Lantsov, and the second is Zoya Zelensky, and then Nina Zenik, a character, one of the main characters from Six of Crows. I love how much of her we were able to see, and I love how Leigh Bardugo's taken these characters on this amazing journey. So many things happened that I can't believe they were all fit in the first part of one book, but at the same time, it feels like it's all a build-up. It doesn't feel like it's a book of its own. I'm sorry to say that, but it doesn't. It feels like, okay, something's about to happen, and then it never does. Or a lot of things happen, but oh, I know so badly, I know that this is a duology and it's so obvious for some reason, but I wasn't bored and I wasn't disappointed. It just felt like that. And then after I finished it, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna be patient. I'm not gonna look up when exactly the book is going to be published. I still don't know when the second one is going to be published. I'm just going to chill and live my life to the fullest, even after all that had happened, even after it ended the way that it did, which is an amazing ending. Anyway, I think that's all I can say after a month, after I've read it, after a month has passed since I last read it. And I'll see you again when I make a video, whenever I make a video about this book, The Fork, The Witch and the Worm, which I'd already introduced. This feels so weird being on camera. There's no chat, there's no Duolingo in front of me, but I'll see you in the next video, or on my Twitch channel, where I learn. I'm pretty sure most of you are going to be coming from there anyway, but this is my Twitch channel. I learn Duolingo. I am mainly focused on French. It's fun, and so is the chat. And this is my Twitter, where you will find me being weird about a ton of things, which honestly is probably not the best way to plug your Twitter. And this is my Instagram, which dwarfs the content that I produce on my stream and on my YouTube channel, which is not that much, but yeah. My Instagram probably has the best content that I've ever put out outside of Twitch and YouTube and Twitter. I'll see you there. Is that how you end the video? I don't know. It's been fun. Bye. Bye.